the cover-up case of Ted R. Schmidt in the Everglades. This report that we're going to start doing is on Detective Koval. He made this whole report. It's very lengthy, but he's very contradictory within the statements that he's made, and other information is coming out in his statement. Now, I've waited all this time to do the main detective's statement. Number one, he doesn't even have the man's name. Ted R. Schmidt is Ted Richard Schmidt, not Theodore Richie Schmidt. But we won't go there. That's just a minor thing in this whole covered up situation. There ought to be a law written down where detectives have to tell the truth and cannot close a case because they just choose to close the case because they're going to retire, or they don't want to get involved because they are involved. There needs to be a law about that. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Now, in the first part, he says EMS is working on my son. You go down a few pages, and he's saying that when he got there, my son was covered in a white sheet. Now, how does that work? I just don't get that. But other things have come out in this statement of 6 pages, 4 pages that I've just read for the first time. Now I'm going to give it to you, my granddaughter, and you'll see how screwed up and covered up this mess is.
In one of Koval's papers in his statement right here, found out some very interesting information on Otis McMullen. Otis McMullen, just prior to this incident, was just released from was just released from prison for an accidental killing, just prior before Ted Schmidt's murder. Now, that to me is just absolutely ludicrous. Another thing is in his statement, in Detective Koval's statement, we supposedly have only 5 witnesses. Now, within counting all of this, we got well more than just 5 witnesses. And on top of that, Tammy Smelser's 3 children that was supposedly there, and Koval's statement says that Daniel Newman's child was also there. That means there were supposedly 4 children altogether
that saw this murder. Really?
Now, what gets me is that in prior video of Daniel Newman's statement, not anywhere in anyone's statement, there was only 3 children at that home before the Demarys came and picked up the oldest child.
Supposedly,
and returned the same night. Even though they said in that statement that she was going to stay the night with the Demarys, but yet returned back to the McMullins' home and the Rhodes' home in the Everglades.
But they were there. God bless.